The Anglican Consultative Council has said that every church in the Anglican Communion should be a safe place for all, especially children, young people and vulnerable adults. It has adopted a Safe Church Charter and guidelines and is asking all member churches to adopt them and implement them.
The problem of abuse has been worldwide and has damaged the reputation of churches throughout the world. It's a core gospel value that our churches should be safe, and we should ensure that every one of our churches, every one of our family of churches is a safe place for everyone, but especially children, young people and vulnerable adults.
As it carried out its work, the Safe Church Commission ensured the voices of victims and survivors were heard.
It was very confronting hearing the stories of survivors. In one case, one young woman was rescued from abuse and her rescuer abused her again. We heard of the harm that it did, and yet there was hope because there was some resilience. They were able to really transcend the experience, so not to be a victim, but to move on with life and be a survivor and working towards being healthy again.
A number of states have launched official statutory public inquiries into the handling of child abuse allegations, and Anglican churches around the world have been found wanting. But the desire and the importance of doing something about it is recognised at the highest levels of the Anglican Communion.
Well, that's a point that is very, very close to my own heart. There are a number of provinces of the Communion that have had to acknowledge their failures in safeguarding over the years. The Church of England, of course, most notably last year when a number of us, including myself, gave evidence to the independent inquiry on child sexual abuse. Also Australia, Canada have had to deal with really bad things. I think New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken, have had some incidents. And I think one of the points of being a communion is you learn not only from each other's successes, but from each other's failures and shames. And the Safe Churches Commission is at the absolute heart of mission. Because if you're not going to be or intentional discipleship, you cannot have a church that ill-treats children and vulnerable adults. And therefore that report is crucial. Much more crucial is the very complicated process of implementing that on the ground.
The ACC cannot impose regulations on the churches of the Anglican Communion. The 40-member churches are autonomous but interdependent. But Garth Blake is confident that the provinces will take the new guidelines seriously.
We are asking every province to implement the guidelines, but it's important as a consultative council we provide resources for them to do that. And we are proposing that there be three types of resources. One, regional training over the next 6 years, development of template documents to assist provinces in implementing the guidelines, and setting up a structure of support and accountability for provinces through a provincial safeguarding representative to relate to the Safe Church Commission. Of course, there is no ability to enforce it, but the Consultative Council has a strong moral authority, and I believe that with the adoption and support of the Consultative Council and the reality of the problem, that there will be a strong motivation to implement the guidelines and come back and report how we're going. We're all on a journey together on this issue of creating a safe church, some further along the way, some barely started, but it's something we all need to do together.